Believe it or not, I know.
Yes.
Christian Broadcast Network.
Oh.
I know. I'm the CBN guy.
All right. What are they talking about?
Well,
I mean, I thought everything was settled when the Bible was written, right? What could they possibly have to say?
I love getting their take on what they consider news.
Ah, okay.
It's fascinating.
Interesting. Yeah.
Students succeed in getting college to block porn on campus Wi-Fi. So, at the end of this was CBS News. This was, as of March 14th, working together, a group of students at one Catholic college in the nation's capital has succeeded in getting their school to ban pornography from the institution's wireless network.
Okay.
The students are doing this.
It's a Catholic school, so...
Yeah, it's the students.
I'm surprised it had porn to begin with.
Well, I mean, it's just it's the internet, the wireless internet. That's just the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So, the Catholic University of America's Student Government Association Senate passed a resolution last month calling for the school to prohibit access to the top 200 pornography sites through the campus network.
I'm sure there's more than that.
Yeah, but this is the top 200. So I guess the top most popular 200 pornography sites.
Oh, man.
I hate to break it to you guys, but the quality doesn't get better.
That's right. There's a lot more than 200.
Yeah.
The quality doesn't get better when you go to the less popular pornographic sites, I imagine. And I would assume you're more likely to get computer viruses as well.
Mm-hmm.
So
True.
Also, I mean...
But then that would be your just punishment.
Yeah, but... Well, it would be God punishing you
That's right.
for looking at that naughty pornography.
God's viruses. Yeah.
So, yeah. It's the Wi-Fi system, guys.
That's the thing that gets me.
Yeah.
You can just use your phone.
Yeah. I've got data on my phone.
Go to the
We'll
bathroom.
block it from the Wi-Fi. Our routers will not touch it.
Oftentimes, my data is faster than the Wi-Fi depending on where I am. So a lot of the time, I don't even have Wi-Fi turned on.
Right.
I almost always have it off anyways because
Yeah.
This is just an absolute nonsense, entirely unneeded piece of school legislation. I don't get it.
It's weird. Now, the headline should be something like, students succeed in imposing their opinions.
But I mean, again, this is Christian Broadcast Network.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, so anyways, Joseph Ensler, the senior at the Washington, D.C. based school, came up with an idea after reading an article about how the University of Notre Dame does not ban pornography on its network. Ensler then found out that porn was not also blocked at his Catholic university. That's it. That was his spark. That's what sparked his idea. Like,
genius.
A different school isn't needlessly banning this, and I guess neither are we. We need to start doing that. We need to impose so-called biblical morals on the students here in the school. Oh, and this is fantastic. So since this was student-led, John Garvey Ensler started the petition. This was a hand petition. They got 400 signatures from their classmates. Spare a thought for the poor bastard that had to get those signatures.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how awkward that must have been?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I have to assume that nearly all of those 400 signatures were guys awkwardly signing it in front of their girlfriends.
It could be.
And I'm sure
could be.
they got plenty of the bird.
Yeah.
And hey,
Oh,
at
no.
a Catholic school, I mean, it's like, if you're not signing it, that means you're pro-porn.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, honey. I totally don't look at that. Yeah, I'll sign this petition.
I mean, but they know that they can use it on their phones anyway.
Right.
So that's why they're going to do the thing. They're going to show up to church on Sunday and go party on Saturday. You know,
Yeah.
They're-
They'll feel all pious because
Yeah.
they signed the
do the right thing
ban.
for the Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, wait, I can get around it.
Yeah.
Just what a colossal waste of time.
Of everything.
So-
Yes.
How many of these kids had to run around campus trying to get these signatures? I can't imagine how awkward that must have been.
Yep.
Just I don't know.
Well, it will increase, cellular data usage, but other than that.
Right.
Yeah, they did it in conjunction with the local
That's right.
whoever the
Internet provider.
internet provider was, yeah. Jesus. And
Yeah.
so what's
Phone provider.
also, since they had to put this to a vote, it almost didn't pass. Even in a
Cool.
At a Catholic school.
Even at a
Interesting.
Catholic school, it came down to a tie, and the vice president had to break the tie. Oh, that
What's the president doing?
I don't know. I don't know if he's on his phone.
He's watching porn.
Yeah, it sounds so familiar. A needlessly idiotic piece of legislation being put forth by people who don't know anything about how the world works. Oh. And it having to be settled via a tiebreaker by the vice president. I feel like that sounds a little familiar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just maybe.
Gotta wonder, did they close off all the kiddie porn sites?
I guess if they were in the top 200, then yeah.
Okay.
I would imagine that they are not, which, I mean, I guess it makes it more likely for them to find those sites, actually,
Yeah.
Oh, that's not good.
which is counterintuitive, I would say.
Already have a problem with that. Yes.
Yeah, you're more likely to find, like, the weird, gross stuff if you don't
Yes.
have access to
To the popular sites.
the
Right.
top 200 most popular sites. So, yeah, good job.
Now all that's left is latex and pee.
Yeah, so yeah, good job, guys.
I assume.
Real nice work. Oh, so yeah, I don't get that mentality of I think this is weird or I think this is gross, and I need to impose that view on everybody else.
I
Right.
get it.
Yeah,
I was very much that kind of theist.
yeah,
Yeah. When I was the kind of person who, I mean, I had family members who would stand out abortion clinics. You know,
Ay, ay, ay.
and I thought that was a good thing.
Right.
And I wanted to do it too, but I didn't live close enough to Austin. So
oh,
I was that kind of
Shame.
person.
I have to assume it's because you thought your opinion
Was
was
the
correct
right-
one.
the
and
right
had the authority of, yeah.
See, I didn't understand the concept of there might not be a right or wrong answer. There's
right.
a spectrum of things. And I mean, it's even after deconverting, it took me a while to get that.
Right.
So
I can
I'm
imagine.
I'm still breaking those habits, and it's very difficult.
Yeah, I've had my whole life to learn that, I'm making it up as I go along.
Right.
And it's like, yeah, I can't even imagine what it would be like to come to that conclusion, like, right now.
Yeah.
yeah. That's got to be pretty terrifying because I don't think I've ever really been a believer.
Really?
Not really, not truly. Not as far back as I can remember. I've always been, it's bullshit.
Really?
Yeah. But
It took
Yeah.
me a long time.
So many people used to be theists and now are atheists and stuff, and I hear them talking and stuff, and it makes me feel sort of like an imposter because I never had that.
Well, it's
It
interesting.
was weird.
Because I'm getting a lot of atheist perspective. And I grew up, the first atheist I met, I think I was in high school. And I told my mom, I let it slip to my mom. I was hanging out with an atheist because he didn't go to my school.
Okay.
Right.
And
Oh, he was a boy as well.
yeah.
Okay.
And he was a great guy, but my mom found out he was an atheist, and she's like, I won't tell your father. And I was like, oh, okay. So I don't. That was the only atheist I knew until long after high school.
Interesting.
I just didn't know any.
Yeah.
Right.
And so as now I'm like, oh, this is interesting because I have this perspective because I'm like, I understand where they're coming from. I believed everything.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
very adamant about my beliefs too.
were you a adamant believer when you knew this person? This atheist?
Yes.
Did you consider him like a target for proselytization?
No.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
No.
Well, that's nice at least.
That's good.
When I met somebody that didn't think what I thought, whether they were Lutheran or
Yeah.
Episcopalian, all those other religions, they weren't Catholic. So they weren't correct.
Okay.
So they were all wrong. So they
All
were
wrong,
to
right.
me, they were just as wrong as atheists. They were all just different from what I believed. So they were all wrong because that's what I was told.
Yeah.
This is the one true religion.
I mean,
Right.
it makes sense if you were brought to believe that you have the only correct answer, then everyone's equally wrong.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, you just believe that silly stuff. Okay, fine. You do you. It's crazy.
Interesting. Wow.
Oh, you poor bastards. You just got it slightly wrong.
Yeah, I'm so lucky. I was born into the right
Right
religion.
religion. Roll a die, man.
Man.
And then to find out, oh my God, it's not that bad. Life is actually pretty cool.
When you're making it up yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I get to make this up.
Right. You get to decide for yourself how you're going to treat other people, what's right, what's wrong. It's sometimes a chore, but oftentimes it's enlightening. You can sit there and go, gosh, for this situation, the best result for everybody concerned is this, and I don't have to worry about appeasing some authority.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about Sky Daddy.
Exactly.
You can discover and decide, does this belief make sense? And not have to, rationalize it away, even though you part of you knows that it doesn't make sense, I guess.
Right.
Again, it's hard for me, really difficult for me to bridge that gap, not understanding that mindset because I never really had it. So there have been a few times when I have kind of put my foot in my mouth a little bit on the show, and I've been corrected. But it was just out of total ignorance. And I try to correct myself when I do make mistakes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's all that anybody like me could ask for. That's the struggle that I'm having with some theists in my family, is because they don't understand how my brain is literally like rerouted, and I think and I talk differently now. I didn't realize that when I spoke, I literally spoke in fallacies. Like that's how I talked. And I was like learning about different fallacies, and I was like, I believe that way.
I do that.
I do that. I do that.
Yes.
I do that. And I was like, oh my God, that's how I've been living my life.
no.
Yeah, and you probably said them as if they were. I'm gonna probably say this. Truthism.
I don't know what that is.
If I'm remembering correctly, it's pointing out something very obviously true, but as if it is somewhat profound, like water is wet. Like, well, yeah,
Right.
We all know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
If I'm getting that wrong, please tell me.
No, that's right.
Filtering everything through the religion, I guess. Is,
Everything.
The deal.
When it comes
Wow.
to, okay, just a real quick example. When I was in a bad situation living with a brother and a sister, financially, it was just bad for us. And I needed to get out because it was draining my savings account. And so I talked to the leasing agent, and I was able to get out. But to my siblings, they were like, we're your siblings. You can't leave us. And I was like, well, I'm just going to leave it up to God. So if I can get off of my shift tomorrow morning, and if I can get a U-Haul and I can actually go through with this, then that's just a sign to me that it's meant to happen. So it's going to happen. And that's how I made decisions.
Wow,
wow.
interesting.
That's an inevitable result. Right. Right. It has to be that way. Yikes.
Yeah.
Jesus, take the wheel.
It's no wonder
Yeah.
I spent my life spiraling down to
Wow.
with addiction and all kinds of trouble. And now that I'm like, oh my God, now I see how my brain can work. And it's literally changed my life. I lost 40 pounds. I quit drinking. I'm in the process of quitting smoking. I mean, like everything is changing.
I'm glad I didn't. offer you a drink.
Congratulations.
That's why I'm here.
That is
That's
awesome.
why I'm here. It's because I want
Yeah.
that from more people. It's
Awesome.
incredible and it's indescribable to somebody who hasn't made that flip.
Right. You know, you're not just a before and after, but it's pretty stark.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
a huge contrast.
Wow.
So
Oh, congratulations.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
really
right.
awesome.
That sounds great.
Glad I didn't offer you a drink.
Oh, thank you, Shayna Lynn. She's in the chat. She said, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, I always thought religion, when I was growing up, as a little kid, I always thought religion was like fandom, for adults and stuff.
feel like
everyone
it
was
is.
talking about Star Wars or Star Trek or something because, in our school we watched a movie, The Littlest Angel, and stuff. And
I don't know that one.
I thought it's a movie, it's entertainment, it's got to be fiction, right? So. But then later I discovered, no, people actually believe this stuff. And I went, okay, that got dark quickly.
I thought Adam and Eve were apes.
Really?
Oh,
Because
really?
I was taught evolution in school, but I was taught creation in
Interesting.
GCD. And so I thought, oh, well, that just means that, it just goes back and Adam and Eve must have been apes.
Hairy apes.
Yeah. so-
Interesting. But you
mean-
weren't insulted that you were related to apes.
No, because I saw
Wow,
it. It made
because it
sense.
seems like, whoa, that is bizarre.
It just made
That is a
sense.
bizarre mashup of
I just picked what
evolution
made
and
sense.
religion.
Yeah.
Oh,
You were
wow,
halfway-
that's
you were-
cool. I've never heard that
Yeah,
before.
you were
That's
halfway
neat.
there, just by a default, thinking rationally with the tools that
That's
you were
fascinating.
given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
Which were not very good tools.
I mean, there are a lot of people who have who should know better, and they basically take that stance just because they're intellectually lazy and they think that, oh well, this is a reasonable middle ground. Like, I'm going to believe in this God, and I'm going to believe in evolution, and then I won't get yelled at by anybody.
I wouldn't consider it intellectually lazy.
For some people, I would.
For some
I would
people,
say
probably,
that,
yeah.
But I don't want to broad brush too much. But
I know that for me it wasn't.
thinking of
I was,
someone in specific.
okay.
No.
I was trying to find something. I was trying to figure it out in my head. My family telling me you can't be a cafeteria Catholic because I was doing some
Right.
things and not others, and I was just trying to do what made sense,
Right, right.
And my grandpa would tell me you can't be a cafeteria Catholic, and I was like, oh, fine, I'm not a Catholic then.
Ooh,
So
I've never heard of that.
that'll show them.
cafeteria Catholic? Oh, that's a thing.
Okay.
It means you pick and choose what you like. You can't just pick the macaroni and leave the Brussels sprouts. You got to
Right.
pick it all or leave it all.
Oh, I see. I got you.
So you're either a Catholic or you're not.
I was looking at it from like a soup kitchen angle.
You can.
Right. It's sort of the no true Scotsman there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
no.
That's cool.
It is refreshing to get that perspective sometimes, because I do forget that. Yeah, a lot of our viewers are apostates, and it's hard for me to relate to them.
yeah, I
I
understand.
don't
Yeah.
have that perspective.
Yeah.